Everything's a bit treacherous. Hello everyone, my name is Ellie, and I'm hoping to make this a new series / potentially turn it into a podcast, except ignore this, ignore the light. Turns out my room has absolutely god-awful writing. I'm trying to keep the mic over here because I'm loud, and May is very loud. May, do you want to say hi? Don't eat that though. Anyway, hi, Ellie. Please ignore the bad lighting. I am trying to fix it. I think that'll be better. There we go. I had all this set up perfectly, and then I changed my phone's from photo to video mode, and it was like, I'm going to zoom so much in on your face, you're not even going to be able to discern, what is paw and what is face and what is hair. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about Ali Smith's Hotel World, because I recently read it and I've been wanting to do, I've done a article. If you subscribe to me or follow me on Substack, then I've done an article on Witchat Atelier before. But I wanted to do another one on Hotel World, and then I realized instead of just doing one, I could simply just record it instead, other than my camera angle being awful. Oh no, let's change setting again, god damn it. So I thought I could just do it like this, and then you get May ASMR on top of my ASMR, which is probably not very good, is it, May? No. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about Hotel World because I wanted to do a Substack review on it and an article on it anyway, but I thought I might as well just record it because then you'd be able to listen. I don't know, because I wanted to do it, so now you're all in. All 39 of you, I'm pretty sure, all 39/40 of you are now all instead going to listen to me talk about it. I wanted to keep this brief because I could go on a very long time about the book, the characters, plot, all of it. I could go on for a while, not as long as I'd like, but I could go on for a good amount of time about it. So let's start with the plot. The plot is quite simple. I mean, it's not like, a lot of modern day fantasy or thriller have a very, very complicated, very taxing plot for the brain, and you're trying to keep up with it while reading the story, while everything's being thrown at you. It's like a stir fry. In 15 minutes, everything is thrown at you. You need to make sense of the world that you're in, and it's just a bit too much. Oh, look. Well, see, I'm better when I'm not in the direct light. It makes me look like a vampire. I wonder if I turn it. Why does it keep changing? May, you've cursed the light. That's better. It's better when it's warmer. So yeah, the plot is not very hard to get your head around. It's written in such a way that it can make it very hard to get your head around. It's really only by which chapter? Well, which section? It's really only by this point in the book, so a good chunk of the way through the book that you kind of get your bearings and everything starts coming together a bit, because how it's written is very intriguing, and it's probably the best part of the book is how it's written. Character wise, I mean, you've got Sarah, Claire, Lise, Elsp, and Penny, and then you've got the ghosts, and then you've got the narrator. I could go on about the narrator being a character, but I'm not going to, because that could get very long, and I'm not very good at explaining stuff like that. So, instead, we're just gonna move on. The characters are pretty good. They're pretty solid. I mean, the narrator does a really good job of letting you know who they like and who they don't like. For example, the narrator does not like Penny. No one likes Penny. You were made to dislike Penny from the minute that you meet Penny anyway. And her section is called Perfect. It's also written, so how it's written is also quite good. It's written in a very intriguing way. The narrator is their own character in a sense. It is the forefront of the book is the narrator, and how it's written is the reason it's used, and it's the reason it probably got the shortlisted for a Booker Prize, because it's very, very good. It's giving, because of how it is written, there's only 2 sections, so 2 chapters in the book that are written in first person. The rest are written in third person. But because of the use of free and direct speech and other techniques, then it feels a lot more like first person, which is good. And it makes you feel closer to the characters. So it feels a lot more like first person. It is it's quite good. How Ali Smith utilizes that is quite good. But the story can get a bit strange. I mean, it's not particularly, not much happens, but it all happens in the space of a hotel, which is why it's called Hotel World. It's in the space of a hotel. So yeah, it's not particularly like, there's not much that happens in the hotel other than the devastating event at the very beginning when Sarah, Claire's sister, another character in the book, is plummets to her death in first person. And it's really, I think my favorite chapter is the first chapter, because it's I don't know, it's just how it's written, it's quite funny. And it's also quite devastating at the same time, because especially in the first chapter, she talks to her dead corpse. So yeah, it's also very it's fantastical and it's realistic at the same time. The fantastical thing is the ghosts. I will have to grant it that. It's not very fantastical as I'm like, oh my god, there's dragons and there's vampires and the main character's the main character's a vampire and he's gonna have you in his harem of vampires and they're all men. So no, it's not like that. It is fantastical in the fact that there are ghosts in it, and you know, Sarah wanders around as a ghost and she goes to places and she tries to communicate with people and she can't. So it's sad in that sense, because she's, oh my god, I look like a ghost. I look like a ghost today. I'm going to get a bigger one of those and I'm going to put it there so then I look less like a flushed ghost. I just don't get out enough. I'm just always inside. That's what it is. And then ghosts are mentioned at the end as well. Yeah, I think if you like Ali Smith's work, then you'll probably really like this book. If you don't know Ali Smith and you don't know how she writes, then I mean, you're going to find it really weird to start with. I found it really weird. Like in the beginning, I was like, I don't understand how these characters correlate. I don't understand how they connect. I'm really confused. But by Penny's section/chapter, you're like, oh, and they all collide in the same spot and the same date at the same time. I knew that was going to happen. May, your thickness is getting in the way, love. So they all kind of collide at the same spot at the same time. And yeah, they all kind of collide at that point, and then the story starts making sense. And there are some reoccurring themes, some reoccurring chapters. I will have to say a disclaimer on it. There is some language in it. So obviously there's a lot of language in a lot of books these days. It's not, it's not unusual. But there is a lot of language and a lot of sexual references. So if you're not into it, then yeah, I get it. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And it's quite a short book. I think it's only about, how many pages are you? It's only about 200 pages. Excuse me. It's only about 200 pages long, which is, excuse me, Mavis, which is not very long for a book. I mean, I managed to read it in a week, and I was taking my time because I was trying to, get through the different chapters of my dog is doing something else. Get through the, trying to get my head around how it was written. The sections are also, it's not chapters, it's sections, which is why I was interchanging them. It's not chapters, it's sections. And they're all labeled different things. So, oh, my dog is on the floor. I really didn't want her to be on the floor, but she's on the floor. She has her own mind. She's made it up. Where is it? So you have different sections for each character. So like present historic, and then you have my dog is gone, past, and then perfect, which is Penny's section. And then it kind of goes in a full loop, like a full circle. The only chapter that I didn't particularly like was Future in the Past. I think it was Future in the Past. Yeah, so this Future in the Past is Claire's chapter/section. I assume that means... See, it's really confusing. The sections really confuse me sometimes. But I didn't like it because there's absolutely no use of grammar, and I had a tutorial on it and they were like, oh yeah, I really like this section because it reads more like a monologue. But I also don't like the lack of grammar because I feel like I need to just be like, and since the main thing is I counted, I was there, and since I have come home and the most chuffing amazing new shoes, and also they gave me the breakfast and it was really good, and since there is a £5 note, and since it's just too much for me, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to get my head around trying to read it, and it's quite a long one as well. I think it's meant to be more like a monologue, and she's evidently talking to her dead sister, which makes it a bit more devastating. And also there is a oh no, I did it again. I did the thing. And since and also another disclaimer is this book was written in 2002, and a lot of, obviously it's using there is a use of slang in it that was used in 2002 to describe the mentally distressed. Let's just say that. You wouldn't use it nowadays, and I think that's a good thing because it's not good. So I think overall I would give this book I think out of 5, I think I would give it a 4, because the story is alright. I mean, it didn't particularly grip me. I didn't really want to keep reading it that much. Like, I was like, oh, I guess I'll keep reading it because I need to read it for an assignment or whatever. But I wouldn't pick it up and read it again, really, because it's not particularly gripping. But it is really it is really well written. Like, it is like really, really well written. How the narration is used, the techniques used, that is like something to admire. It is something that is really good about the book. But sometimes some of it can get a bit confusing, and also the speech is not in speech marks. And I think if you read a lot of modern day stuff, or even like older stuff, you're like, why is the speech not in speech marks? I don't know who's speaking. I don't know how they're, it can get a bit confusing and a bit weird. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. And I think that's quite generous, because when I looked at the reviews, people either really liked it or didn't like it at all. Mary! My dog has decided to go off. This is my read pile, by the way. This is all the books that I need to read, and other books that I have not read. I got this one today, and I got this one today because this one was half price. My dog is chewing up a Christmas decoration because she's a fiend. I will, if you guys want, I can do a complete review of Witch Hat Atelier, because I've got the entire series and it's sat on my bookshelf. This is just a new one that I've like halfway through, because I'm trying not to read it all, because now the anime is out. They kind of just slowed down the production of books, but it's fine. So I have all these to read. I'm going to definitely get the second one of this, because this book is very interesting. I need to read Ran and the World Grey, and the Grey World. Oh, sorry, and the Grey World. I've started these two, but I'm going to get at least halfway through before I give them any sort of review, because that is fair, and I don't want to, review something that is not. I can't have a fully formed opinion on yet. And then I'm going to also I've got Far from the Madding Crowd to do. I've got Jane Eyre to do, which I really want to do. I've got Custom of the Country to do. And there are a lot of other books that I would love to give a review on. I will get the lights sorted, because I do look like a ghost, and the more I look at myself on the recording, the more of a ghost I look. So yes, I've got a lot of books. I would very much like to give them all dependent reviews. But again, I give this book 4 out of 5. I really want to give it more, but the story was just not gripping for me, and the characters were all right. They were all right. It's just how it was written, really, really good. But it's just the characters and the story could definitely be better. So yeah, anyway, 4 out of 5. And I hope to see you guys next week with either of the books I've mentioned below. I might keep them to myself in the future, because I just might. But that might be mean, and I don't really want to do that. I'm going to get my dog, because she's just destroyed a mouse ornament decoration, because she's being a fiend. Mavis, come here. No!